royalty. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're going to be flying the CRJ version 2.1. If you haven't already, hit that, smash that like button for me. I appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. Your Sim CFI, welcome in the house. And Wrong Side Simulations, welcome as well. Your Sim CFI, don't judge me too hard as I fly this thing. I've been flying it more recently so that I don't look like a fool. But I'm definitely not to your level of actually flying in the real world. So, you know, feel free to throw me some hints and stuff, but don't judge me too hard. All right, so we're going to get going in the aircraft here shortly. But I do want to take a couple minutes right off the bat here and talk about what's kind of different with version 2.1. If you've flown 2.0, the look of the aircraft and a lot of what we normally interact with is probably the same, but what you don't know is that with 2.1, basically the entire flight model has been tweaked and overhauled to give it a more realistic flight profile. And I will tell you this, when I was flying it earlier today, prepping for this stream, it definitely felt different. It felt more... I don't want to say sluggish, but it felt more like I was actually flying something. And that's something that I've complained about in the past. If, like, you know, if I'm, and I've done all the stuff with the curves and stuff, and you can play with that, of course, to get it close as you can. But it feels more like I'm flying an actual aircraft and not flying a, something like that weighs 20 pounds. Does that make sense? And I'm not sure if that's correct. That's what it should feel like. It's still responsive. It doesn't feel like I'm flying a 767. It definitely feels like I'm flying a smaller aircraft, but it doesn't feel like I'm flying a Cessna 172. So definitely have noticed a difference, and hopefully you'll see that as we get into it. All right. If you guys have any issues, if you don't hear anything you should be hearing, or you have any problems, please let me know. Again, it's been about a month since I streamed last, so please let me know if something is wrong. Yeah, please let me know. All right, let's jump into the cockpit here. And there we go. Alrighty, and we'll get going. We'll start off going over to the EFB, and we are going to go ahead and pull in my performance numbers. I have done the I've done the passengers and cargo version, but I like the zero fuel weight version better. It's just faster. I mean, both of them are, work fine, but it's just faster doing it that way. So, all right. So zero fuel weight today is going to be 69,188 pounds. Enter that, and then fuel today is going to be 10,400. We'll enter that, and we'll set that in the simulator. Make sure we're good. All right, cool. All right, so that's set. We've already got that pulled in. We're going to go ahead and get the power to the aircraft. No judge, just have fun. Sent you a change log on Discord as well. Also, I use about a 0.4 dead zone on pitch and roll little fairy on top with the TSA. Okay. I'm running with the Honeycomb, Bravo, and Alpha, so not sure how that's going to relate, but thanks for letting me know that for sure. Let's see. All right, throw in the power cart here. That way we have that, and we can get that AC going. All right. We're not going to start the APU just yet, but we're going to flip down here and get the IRS into navs to get those rolling. Internal lighting wise, I'm going to throw some integral lights up on everything because I expect it's going to get darker later, and that way I don't have to worry about fumbling with it later when I can't see very well. Where is my lighting on this? There it is. All right, cool deal, cool deal. All right, so electrical power is good. Why is my... Hold on. Sorry. Nope, nope. Okay, there we go. I was moving my mouse, and it was like, yeah, it felt so sluggish. I had accidentally hit the sensitivity button, and it had reduced the sensitivity. So that's what it was. Try not to sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, man. I'm going to be running today with the PU Air Korea's overhead panel. I've got the Logitech radio panel and the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. That's going to be running with today. And I have a Bravo Yoke here, as you can see, and then I have CH Products pedals. Hopefully the pedals I'm going to be replacing next. I just need something better, definitely. But anyway, we'll drop that off for now. Oh, yes, I was going to... Hold on. Right there. All right, so what we got? All right, overhead panel, external lights, check. We can go get nav lights on. APU, just good. All right, so this can go auto, leave 3 alpha off for now. Get emergency lights armed. Go and turn on the passenger seatbelt and no smoking signs. And, yeah, we'll wait for APU to get the air conditioning set up. But, yeah. All right, so we'll go now down to our FMS. And we're going to just light our position. So we'll go to the next page. We'll grab GNS1, throw it in there, flight plan, and we're going to be flying from Syracuse to, where are we going? Oh, DCA, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. All right, let me look at my flight plan here, see what we got. What do we got? Direct Syracuse. That's no surprise. My flight number today, I should probably put that in there. I am Endeavor. Endeavor. What am I? 436. Endeavor 436. I'll throw it in there. That'll get it as well. All right, next page. Let's see here. We're going direct to Pitaki. P-T-A-K-I. Yes, I. Thank you. Direct Pitaki. And direct stubborn, S-T-U-B. Come on, there we go. B-N. Your SimCFI, are they, I mean, this whole thing right here where it's like giving the up and down arrows. I mean, what is that? And are they trying to fix that? Because I feel like I keep getting it like A. I keep getting that. And which one was I get it. But I don't get it on all of it. Just A, I. What? There's another one I saw. Maybe it's just A and I. Yeah. Is there a reason for that? A and I has that right there. I don't know. Let me know. Just kind of annoying because it's like a clicking problem. All right, and then our arrival into, well, you'll be Syracuse 1, and what was our runway? 33? All right, and we'll go to arrivals, and we're going to be on the Skills 5 arrival, PSB transition, and we're going to be runway 19er. We'll do 19 Yankee. Vectors. Go and execute that, and we'll check our legs page here and see what we got. Next page. All right, got 2 PSBs. Why that is, I don't know, but we'll go ahead and go and delete and get rid of that second one. Execute that. We can get rid of the discontinuity as well. Yeah, and why is there 2 eyes? You see that? See how eyes is in there twice? Well, so is why is it duplicating? Unless P-Tacky and Stubborn are on the arrival. That may be it. That's what I bet you that's what it is. All right, let's take Shiloh. I know Shiloh can go to Shiloh. All right, so P-Tacky, Stubborn, PSB, Shiloh, Skills, Bow, Eyes, Ed, Web, Megs, Nays, and then Vector on to the arrival. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Where was I at? All right, so we got our legs in there. Now we'll go to our flight plan. Also has that little arrow. Why is that? I don't know. Perf in it, so we can go over to our EFB here, and I guess we can open up our door. Performance-wise, we can copy perf init data to the FMS. Go ahead and set all those while we're at it. And that's going to populate it all. The only thing we have to throw in here is our cruising altitude, which is going to be 360. Execute that. Unable cruise altitude. Okay. Too high probably. That's what SimBrief gave me. But SimBrief sometimes can give you too high. Let's go into SimBrief and see what we can edit the flight plan and get us lower. Edit flight plan. We can do 280. Let me pre-file this again. All right, so we'll do 280. That'll get us, that should be plenty. All right, so 280. All right, that cleared it out. Good. All right, so 280 is in. We need to grab our winds, which are going to be on the climb out 26033, and then cruise 23560, and then descent is going to be 295 at 22. All right, so that should be good. That VNAV setup. I'm going to leave this as is. Yep, I'm going to leave it as is. All right, so we'll go back to the legs page here. Leave that up for now. And we'll continue on with the checklist here. All right, let's go ahead and get, we'll go ahead and kill these masters off. Let's go ahead and get the APU up and running here. Go ahead and open up the door. Doors opened. Cool. And we'll go ahead and start. And hold on. I need to be using this. That way it actually indicates. Cool. All right, so beacon's on. APU is starting. Let me bring up Navigraph because I need to be able to have the charts up with me as well. All right. Unload that. Import flight from SimBrief. What is our altitude in Syracuse here? All right, what's the current weather? That's the question of the day. Let's find out what our current weather is. Let's go to Visual ATIS, Syracuse. All right, current altimeter is 286. Can make that happen. 2986. So our altitude is about 440. And if we go back over here, go up a little bit, and we can get our pressure altitude set. 2, 3, 4, 40. All right. So APU's on. And let me make sure we can go and turn on the air conditionings now. Windshields can go low. Make sure my reverse thrusters. Why is it keep? Hold on. It's right here. What's going on? All right, thrusters are armed. And we can go and turn on our stab trim, lock trim, yaw dampener. All right. So all yaw dampeners should be on now. I know it's a bug out there right now of potentially that being an issue. Yeah. All right, the yaw dampener's on. Let's go ahead. We got those on already. Landing edge set, altimeters set. FMS is set up, iris aligned, correct. Radios and nav aids. Let's go ahead and set, what's the button here? 5, there we go. Let's see, what do we get? They sent us, Auto ATC sent us a squawk code. 7312. I should be able to adjust it here. So... was it 7312? 312. All right, and we can turn that on. That worked great. Awesome. All right, take ATC clearance. We've already got it figuratively because it's auto ATC. Yeah, they're on now. Just bug will turn on, yeah. So I gotta remember that if I'm gonna do a second leg. All right, takeoff trim. So we need to go back to EFB. What did we got? 6.8. So if we go here, we got 7.5 right there. It needs to be 6.8. Let me move my mouse so I can see it. 6.8. All right, cool. Takeoff trim set. Initial heading. It's going to be 280. Wait, are we on 33? Yeah, we're on 33. So 327. So initial heading will be 327. And I don't have a altitude from ATC. They didn't give me that, so I'll just leave 10,000 and then we'll adjust it when we get closer to it. All right, so we're going to be taking off runway 33. It's 7,500 feet long. We should be up by Bravo, if not Kilo. Once we get up, we're going to be radar vectored onto from Syracuse onto the next waypoint, which is P-Tacky. I'm expecting direct P-Tacky after I get it in the air. I'll be flying, of course. There's no co-pilot, so nothing to talk about there. All right. APU's on. Takeoff data set. I already did that doors. We can go ahead and close that up. I didn't have people load or whatever, but it's all right. I already set everything in here, so we can go ahead and close up the... you know, I'm supposed to actually push the jetway back before I do that. Because technically they can't close the door with the jetway still attached. That's not how it works, but you know, this is a simulator, so they just make things work. All right, we disconnect the GPU because APU is already on. Beacon light's already on.
Hello,
right.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It was on. Hold on. Oh no, it was on. My bad. I was seeing it wrong. All right, beacon lights on. 3A can now go into the auto position, and we'll wait on the pushback here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
It says right here, yaw damper 2 and op. See that? Now it's gone away. Maybe I didn't press it. I don't know.
Locking gear.
All right, we'll go ahead and get the fuel bumps on. We're going to do nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes.
And we'll go ahead and release the parking brake. Go overhead. And we'll start number 2.
Release parking brakes.
Oh, you know what?
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And idle. Check idle. She's not exactly at the wing, but that's all right. Wing walker, not at the wing. All right, good start engine number 2, the right wing, or the right engine. So we'll go ahead and start engine number 1. M.2's rising. There's 20. Oh no! They pushed us into the... Oh no! Stop! Stop!
Set parking brakes.
Oh my gosh, they pushed us right into the freaking... Thanks, GSX.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, we got good engines, except you pushed them into the dead-gum
Cockpit to
building.
ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All right, let's go ahead and turn on our overhead, our probes here. Flight controls, let's go ahead and check them. Golly, man. Can't get good work. Can't get good help around here. All right, elevators down, elevators up. Full left rudder. Full right rudder. Ailerons. Full left rudder. Full right rudder. Complete. All right, packs are on. We can go ahead and turn off the APU. Wait it cool down, then we'll close the valve. Nose wheel steering will arm, and we'll wait for them to completely unlock. Insight hub. I know, man. I know.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
You just can't get good help around here, man.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
DC Center's online. They're not technically over this, I don't think. I think they are. Oops. Yeah, I think it's New York that's over that, so unfortunately we won't be able to have ATC. Alright, we got a good trip, so we're going to drop flaps to 8, which is what our takeoff flaps are set for. Thrusters are armed, taxi lights, we could go ahead and arm those. I forgot, I don't have to look. This is the beauty of having the PU Air Korea overhead panel, right? So now all I got to do is flip this right here, and my taxi lights are on. I don't have to go and look up there or anything like that. They had some new stuff over at Flight Sim Expo. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so nice to have this. All right, so taxi lights are on. Flight instruments looks good to me. That's all set. Brake temps are good. All right, so before takeoff, we next, so we can go ahead and let's see here. Release the parking brake. And we'll taxi. We'll let everybody know what we're taxiing. We'll use Sierra Mike. Syracuse traffic Endeavor 436 taxiing 33 via Sierra Mike. Syracuse traffic. We're out of the building now. So Sierra should be up here right before the runway. We'll make a right-hand turn on the mic. So run Sierra now. Y'all let me know if my if the engine or the aircraft is too loud or anything like that. I'm looking at the levels and it looks okay, but I know it doesn't necessarily translate to how it actually sounds. So we are going to tune, well, we'll keep Unicom, which is 2.8, because that'll be the next guy we talk to. And then we'll, once we flip over to Unicom off the ground, we'll flip over, we'll set up DC Center, because we'll want to contact them before we get into their airspace. Looks like Potomac Approach, though, might be online as well. So actually, it looks like we're going to have some good ATC coverage in DC, just not out here in Syracuse. I'm going to show you guys a special gift I got from PU Air Korea for doing the review on this. They did give me a little gift. It's pretty cool. I'll show it to you. It's pretty neat. I think it's neat, at least. It probably cost them like $2, but it means something to me. Speaking of, I need to. It's not speaking of. That doesn't make any sense. I need to set this back to status. Ooh, that was bright. Ricorian. X-Plane 12 is coming, okay? I had a really good interview with Ben from X-Plane from Laminar Research, and it's coming, okay? It's coming. It's coming. I just wanted to cover this aircraft because it's, you know, recently updated, so. We can go ahead and close up the APU now. All right, takeoff config, okay. All right, so as we're approaching, we can go ahead and turn on our landing lights, our strobes, and then if we go overhead panel, we can crossfeed overflow, manually override. And transponder TCAS is already on altitude, reporting mode, and looks good. Syracuse traffic, Endeavor 436, departing runway tree, gonna be a straight out departure, and then direct to Pitaki, Syracuse. Definitely with the right add-ons. The only thing I don't like is the scenery doesn't look that great unless you have add-on scenery. But we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's get lined up here. All right, got 3 on the ground, 3 inside. 50% positive, and toga. See those togas in chat? Let's go! Slight downward pressure on the yoke. There's 80 knots, positive across the rudder. We can release that pressure. And start pulling back. Come on now. There we go. Pause rate gear coming up. I think I need to adjust the sensitivity a little bit. All right, we can go heading mode, speed mode, and activate that. And we can flip it to climb. And we're going to set speed on the climb out to 210 start with. Once we get close, we'll flip up those manual override off. Get those flaps start sliding up here. All right, let's go direct Pitaki. And Syracuse traffic, Endeavor 436 is crossing 4,500, direct Pitaki. Switching over to Unicom, Syracuse. All right, we'll go to Unicom now. And we'll switch over to nav, and that'll get us heading direct to Pitaki. All right, we can go ahead and speed up now to 250 knots. And we can increase our altitude. We'll say we'll go all the way up to 28,000 now. If you haven't already, smash that like button. I appreciate it. It helps with the algorithms and all that. Interesting how it's doing its... I am going direct Pitaki, right? Yeah, direct Pitaki. Come on, turn left. There we go. Your SimC5, if you're still watching, is that how loud it actually is? feel like that's egregiously loud. I could be wrong. That could be actually how loud it is in the aircraft. I don't know. All right, DC centers on 133-725. 133. We'll get 725 in here. It looks like we're approaching 10,000 feet, so runway and taxi can come off. See how much easier it was? I could just slowly flip it right here, and that was it. That was it. Didn't have to move my head around at all. 725, there we go. With them catching prerequisite 830s in there, you know, I highly doubt it. Yeah, I wonder if there is a... Can you actually put... Where's the headset jacks? Where's the headset jacks in this? I don't know where the headset jacks are in this. I'm wondering if you could, like... Yeah, if it would actually make it quieter. All right, we can speed up now to 290 knots. We're over 10,000 feet. We'll set that. All right, confirmed. Gear is up. Flaps are completely up. Reversers are off, and speed brakes are good. All right, so let's talk about X-Plane 12 real fast. So, yeah, I definitely think X-Plane 12 has a really bright future. Bottom left below oxygen area, but it's not modeled. Okay, well, thanks, Pearson CFI. But is those knobs turning that loud in the real aircraft? Is it really that loud? Anyway, so X-Plane 12 has a bright future. I talked to Ben. They were showcasing 12.3 at the Flight Sim Expo. Now, it was still a developmental model, but it looked pretty good. And they are actively working on some really cool behind-the-scenes stuff, hardware-wise. You know, like in X-Plane 11, you had 11.5 that went from, running on a single core with Vulcan to running on multiple cores. They're doing that again. Let me say that again. They're doing it again. But this time, it's going to I'm not going to say revolutionize, but it's going to completely change how the cores are actually being utilized. That's going to be huge for performance, because what they found is after they did 11, I'm kind of getting ahead of the interview, which I'm going to release later. When they updated to 11.5 with Vulcan and had the multiple cores, they found that the performance gain that had 11.5 was lost after about a year. And they were like, why is that? Well, because developers took the performance gain that they got with 11.5 and they used it. Each one's different, but without engines or APU, yeah, you can't hear them. Are they going to adjust that? Maybe they're like, when you have it in a logic thing where, like, when your engines are running, the noise of the knobs drops or something. I don't know, just an idea. So they found that out, and so they're going to do that again with 12 point something. He didn't give a specific 12.4, 12.5, but they're basically they're reworking how it works in behind the scenes so that it can be better on the performance level. Because what's holding X-Plane back is the engine they're using. The engine they're using lacks the ability to process information correctly. Like it needs to be better, and so they're working hard on that so they can make better scenery. So when I look out the cockpit, I see nice photogrammetry kind of stuff. Now, with that being said, there are add-ons you can get. Use the Boris sounds. See, I have the default, so it sounds like I need to get the Boris sounds. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for where X-Plane's going. It's not where I want it to be, but it's going that direction. It's improving dramatically. So it's definitely definitely nice to see. Also, I talked to him about the cache, like the L3 cache having a X3D chip and everything like that. And he explained how the cache is king, so to speak. It really does help a ton. So having where it can reuse stuff, basically. So I hope we see chipsets coming out that have larger caches. I really think the cache game needs to be worked on. You know how back in the day you had the core game, right? So it went from being a single core to a dual core. Then, oh my gosh, you get a quad core and then an octa core. Like, you know, what's going on? But now it's kind of like stabilized. 8 to 16 cores is generally what most CPUs are running at. I think the next kind of leap is the cache. Having a large L3 cache is really revolutionary. I think having a right now you can get L3 cache up to what, 100 megs. Could you imagine a L3 cache of like 300 or 500? Could you imagine a gig of L3 cache? Like, holy cow, what could be processed through that? So I don't know, we'll see how it works out with that, but we'll see. All right, so yeah, Boris is only like $50, 100%. Is it like a subscription or you buy just one sound? I mean, I don't know how Boris does this stuff. I talked to Boris. I have a funny story about that. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to do that to Boris. A really funny story. But anyway, yeah. So I've never bought his stuff, so I don't know. All right, let me show you guys the gift that PU Air Korea gave me, and it's really cool. You guys ready? You guys ready? Well, how about this? We're gonna guess. We're gonna have a poll. You know, because I'm really good at doing polls. I'm horrible at doing polls. I'm horrible interacting. Let's see. Let's do, where did I do that? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. What did PU Air Korea give me? The options. Let's see. All right, here we go. The poll has started. What did PU Air Korea give me? Now, if you've been paying attention to my channel, you probably already know the answer, but don't cheat and go look now. In fact, I'm going to go and delete it before you can go and cheat. All right, it's gone. You can't cheat anymore. Holy cow. Thank you, your SimCFI, for dropping that change log. That's a lot. That's a lot of changes. Holy crap. Should I read this? I don't know if I should read this. That's a lot. We're getting close to our cruising altitude. All right. I guess I can turn off this fast and seatbelt signs. All right, we're getting a level up here at 28,000 feet, and we'll switch this to adjust our speed here to maintain approximately Mach 7.4. It doesn't have to be exact. Not 7.4. I keep Mach 0.74. 0.74, not 7.4. 0.74. All right, manual and adjust. I think 8.4-ish will probably be okay. 8.3, 8.4. We're rocking and rolling. All right, so let's get the range here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we still got a little bit of ways to go. A little bit of range to go. Turn off the controls now. Let's see. I'm going to set our heading to be a little bit closer. .76 is pretty good. I think we'll keep it there. 0.76 is good. I know cruise is between 0.74 and 0.78, so 0.76 is fine. Let's see here. Need to set up another point here. Well, I need to. What I need to do is get the fly width. That's what I need to do. But you know, money. Who's got money for anything nowadays? I'll show everybody what I got for VR Korea in, let's say, at 5 minutes till the top of the hour, or bottom, top, I don't know. 5 minutes till 6 o'clock Eastern, so 5 minutes till the hour. I'll show everybody what I got from VR Korea. If you haven't already, go ahead and drop what you think it is. Select your poll response. That's pretty cool. I won't give away any hits. Sorry. But if you've been paying attention in my Discord before I deleted it, you probably know what it is. Oh gosh, let's reset that. Let's see here. Still got a little bit of ways to go to DCA, but not too far. Once we make the are there ads playing on my dadgummit? Can I edit that while I'm streaming? Nope, I can't. Blast it. I'm sorry, guys. I can keep hitting delay ads, but I can't stop it. Unfortunately. Sorry about that. By default, YouTube pushes that now. And unless you go in and change it, it's automatic. Everything's looking pretty good, pretty level. We're level. Speed is maintaining 0.763. Got a little bit to the top of descent here. I'm going to roughly say about 80 miles. Now we're expecting to land runway 19er. I wonder if he'll give me the visual. If he gives me the river visual, that's going to be fun. That'll be a fun one. Because I have not done the river visual in this aircraft. I've done the river visual in a while. I wonder if I could pull up what they're doing. DCA is up regarding their ATIS, so let me see what we got going on. It's not responding to my request. Interesting. But I can look at it on the map. Okay, well, they are doing multiple approaches in effect. Arrivals expect river visual 19. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Able to see the approach, the river visual. This might be one to pull up good old-fashioned track IR on. Yeah, let's see if we can get this set up. Because track IR will be useful so I can look. Oh, but is it plugged in? I don't know. All right. Yeah, so this will be helpful because then I'll be actually like look as I'm flying in. Cool. I know I always look funny wearing this thing. All right, we're about to show you guys what PU Air Korea got me. Let's see if you guys got it right. If you haven't already, you can guess in the poll. What did PU Air Korea give me at FS Expo? Alrighty, let's go ahead and end the poll. Alright, so 50% of you said a nameplate with my name on it, and 50% said CDU version 2. Well, here is what they gave me. It's an airplane model. It's an Airbus A320 with PU Air Korea on the side. I'm not sure what the, I think it's 1/200th maybe. I can't remember what the actual size is, but it's metal. It's not even plastic. This is actually a metal die-casted model, which is really cool. I don't have any, so this is really cool to have one now. So big thanks to PU Air Korea for the really cool aircraft model. There you go. That's what they gave me. I just need I need a 757 one. That's what I need next. Bluebird was giving one away at FS Expo. I didn't win it, of course, but that's all right. But it comes with a little stand, so I have it sitting here on my desk now. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Anyway. Where's my mouse at? There it is. Alright, we're gonna go descent information. That'll give us a nice descent rate. Auto ATC just gave me information. Okay. New York Center advises cross skills at maintain 12,000. Baltimore altimeter 286. No separation services provided. No kidding. That's cool though. I mean, that's correct. Cross maintain skills at 12,000. So that's useful. Oh gosh, that's bright. Jeez. That was blinding. That was blinding, sir. Blinding. All right, so if we're expecting the river visual, so we're not going to have a descension altitude on the river visual. It's river visual, so we won't put an MDA in there. We do need to put in our cabin pressure. 20 will work for that. Top to sit in about 30 miles. $20 top of descent. What are we going to be descending at? Probably, what, 2,200 feet per minute? I'm trying to get this in my neck. There we go. There we go. What is my current weight? So we got 7,000 pounds of fuel on board, and my gross takeoff was 68,600. So right now my weight is 75,673. Got an itch on my back of my neck. Let's see. So, imagine later we succeeded. Yay! We may have to burn some more fuel. Yeah, we may need to burn some fuel. Oh, we're at top of descent. Alright, vertical speed. Come on. Why is it not? Oh, I gotta... Duh. We'll bring throttle back. Alright, so we need to get 12,000 feet bugged. Go. Pause that music so I can focus here a little bit. Alright, so we really need to go a little bit faster down. 24, we'll hold 24 and see how that works out for us. Alright, so we need to burn some fuel. What is our maximum landing weight? 7,600-ish. No. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Yeah, that's not right. 70, 68, 70, 72, 74, 70, 74-ish thousand pounds. We'll see. We may end up having to do some do a hold or something, which that would be kind of scary because I've never done a hold in this aircraft. That would be kind of terrifying. Might end up with Potomac approach. I'm just gonna switch over here. .725 DC and Potomac's 119.850. Okay. Can get our seatbelt signs back on.
Endeavor 4961. Indy Center is offline. Red assurance is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good flight to Nashville. Alright, advisory. 46 almost see you there. See you, man. South 2529, contact Potomac approach 119.85. Back 85, Southwest 2529. See American 1477, expect the ILS runway 23 right approach. Expect ILS 23 right approach, American 1477 heavy.
Oh, interesting. So it does the auto. Interesting. Alrighty. Next thing, we need to make sure we get our ATIS here. What we got going on? 2986 in the barometric at 18,000. 2986. We'll need to switch over. Looking good on the descent. Looks like we're going to cross.
1902 descend via the Soho 4, arrival to Philly, altimeter 2985. Good night, A65, descend via Soho 4, arrival to Philly, 1902. American 661.
Potomac.
Philly approaches off.
And 2986.
Approach probably 2529 out of 10,000 with Papa. Southwest 2529. Potomac low. Is going to be the count for arrival. Expect the Rudder visual runway 19er. Altimeter 2986. We'll get a cap 3 expect the Rudder visual 19er. Southwest 2529.
Potomac approach. Endeavor 43.6. 17.3 descending.
Endeavor 436 Potomac low. Is going to be the Skills 5 arrival. Washington landing south. Altimeter 2986.
Alright, descend to Skills, arrival, and Washington landing south. And we've got 2986 in the box. Endeavor 436.
Net at 1849 heavy, terminal 1, heading 080, descend to maintain 3000, vectors ILS 1 center. Left 080 down to 3.
approach Delta 224 is short of Kilo ready for taxi.
Delta 224, runway 19, taxi Kilo 2 Juliet, cross 15.
Taxi runway 19 via Kilo 2 Juliet, cross runway 15, Delta 224.
Delta 557, contact Washington Center 133.72, continue climb 170.
Alright, do we get tower online? No, we don't. Or ground. Alright, so we're staying with Potomac the whole way.
Number 6 Delta Tango, you're in contact, climb 18, level 190, stay out, stay passing.
190, passing 4,000 feet, 6 Delta Tango.
Oh, we're going to bug 250 now. That's the next step down. And we're going to be going down to 10,000 feet. But we're going to slow down first, and then we'll descend.
At 1849 heavy, 12 miles from Skins, fly heading 040, maintain 3,000 till established, cleared on runway 1 center approach.
Heading 040, 3,000 till established, cleared ILS, 1 center, United 1849.
Denver 436, expect the river visual, runway 19.
Expect river visual 19er, Endeavor 436. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and descend now 10,000. Which is the next step down. And we're going to reduce that descent rate.
Center on 133.72, 6 Delta Tango, tip.
Is river visual. There it is. I knew it had to be in there somewhere. Alright, so we're looking for the American Legion Memorial Bridge to be the initiation point. And we're just basically going to follow the river. Alright, so... Yep, looking good. Alright, we're looking good, guys. So we'll be at 250 at 10,000. Baltimore.
One center, cleared away, United 1849.
Looking good. Looking good.
Potomac American 2831, ready to taxi.
American 2831, runway 19 taxi at Kilo 1 Juliet, cross 15.
19, Kilo 1 Juliet, cross 15, American 2831.
Delta 224, you ready?
Yep, we're ready, Delta 224.
Delta 224, runway 19, clear for takeoff, wind 1707.
Quick takeoff runway 19, Delta 224.
And we'll stay level at 10,000 until cleared lower. All right, 250 at 10,000. Down to 5,000, Endeavor 436.
JetBlue 893, no problem. And yes, you can descend via the Mini-2 arrival.
We'll do a nice gradual 1,000 feet per minute descent here. We're going to bug speeds. Well, I guess we'll maintain with 250. That's fine.
10 knots, then descend at 883 now.
Go to 210, 3,000, 125.
Yeah. Nice, easy. Let's do 1,200, actually. Just a little bit faster. I'd rather be down than get to be too high. So I think we'll be fine.
Oh boy.
Alright, below 10,000. I really should have already done this. Landing lights coming on. And we'll go ahead and make sure that actually flips that. Nope. Didn't. Alright. There we go. Nope. There we go. Just the beep and let them know we're preparing for our arrival.
Delta 224, your radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 190, down, two pass.
Climbing 190, 0.
Is that arrival?
400, Delta 224.
American 2831, runway 19, clear for takeoff, wind 1707.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, American
Yeah, I thought so. Gonna have to hand fly this. Josh Shredder, hi, I loved your FSCon videos. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. There's a bunch more coming, man. Bunch more Flight Sim Expo.
436, then maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Denver 436. Alright, so it sounds like he wants me to get down faster, so we'll get down faster. Yeah, a bunch more Flight Sim Expo content coming. See little spoilers.
United 1849, vacating Yankee 2 and reparking Delta 21.
United 1849, heavy welcome. You can take Yankee into the ramp, your discretion.
Yankee and then to the ramp, United 1849, thanks.
Southwest 2529, turn right heading 09er to report the river.
09 or 0, 2529.
Yeah, report the river.
I've already got the river in sight. Looking for
893.
looking for the southwest. Should be somewhere. And we're gonna go ahead and bug 210 here.
Southwest 2539, we have the river.
Southwest 2529, clear deep river visual, runway 19.
Clear river visual 19 or Southwest 2529.
Still don't see him.
Denver 436, then maintain 3,000, speed 200 knots.
Down to 3,000 and 200 knots. Endeavor 436.
210 for me.
210, 436. Nope, I got him.
224, contact Washington Center 133.72.
I got him.
133.72 Delta 224. Thanks. Have a good night.
Denver 36 traffic follow 11 o'clock, 5 miles out of 2006 Boeing 737.
We've got the traffic inside Endeavor 436.
Denver 436 for us for follow that traffic clear the river visual runway 19.
Cleared river visual, 1 follow the Boeing on the river, Endeavor 436.
Southwest 2529, wind 1707, runway 19 clear.
1909, Southwest 2539.
American 2830, your radar contact, climb maintain 17,000, south 2 pass.
American 2831, climbing through 2,200, 17,000.
JetBlue 893, welcome back, thanks.
We're going to go ahead and get flaps 1 here. This bug 146 is going to be my VRAM. That bugged. Alright, let's start bringing her down here. We've got that Boeing still off of our nose there, about our 11 o'clock. I'm going to be about 1800 at Chaplin, so we're a little low. So let's get a little back. Get that climb back up there. Maintain about 1700 feet here.
436, runway 19 clear land number 2, on traffic from final wind 707.
Alright, runway 19 clear land. Follow this Boeing on short final Endeavor 436. Let's get flaps 8.
893 cross chance at 4,000.
We'll get gear down now, and flaps 20.
Left approach. American 2831, Sky Washington Center 133.72.
Over to center 13372, American 2831, take care.
And get flaps full. We've got the runway in sight.
Pretty good ground, Delta 214 with Papa for push from gate B, or Bravo 19.
What's that called?
Delta 214.
Delta 214, got you there. Scorpion Charlie forward, push start, Alice, call stack.
Copy, group push, we'll call for taxi, Delta 214.
Southwest 2529, welcome right on to Juliet, cross runway 4, Foxtrot, kilo to ramp.
Right on Juliet, cross 4, Foxtrot,
Pretty low.
20, 10.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to arm my reversers. Ah! I forgot to arm my reversers. Oh gosh, that's funny. That's funny. I'd done everything, but I forgot to arm my reversers. Oh, amateur move. Amateur move. I was so focused on that landing. Alright, let's see here. Strobes can come off. Landing light, taxi's on. Atomic approach, Denver 436, clear runway 19er.
Denver 436, welcome. Continue straight on Juliet, cross 4, Foxtrot Kilo to the ramp.
Juliet, cross 4, Foxtrot Kilo to the ramp, Endeavor 436.
JetBlue 893, wind 300 at 5, runway 33 left, clear line.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh gosh. It's one of those things. Alright, let's see. Let's go overhead here. I'm going to turn that on. That can come off. Let's see. Where are we going to park at? Where are we going to park at? Got to make sure the gate's empty. Go and turn on now. Let's see what GSX has to say. Gate A, B, C. Let's try C. C24.
Left aircraft calling, carrier only.
Okay, there it is. Let's hope it's open. Let's hope it's open. Guess now I can turn these off. So it said it was in here. Let's see here. Let me make sure it's going to be clear. No, that one's not clear. Well, it may be. That's the one at the end. What if we get this one right here? And what number is this? About Charlie 23? Nope, that's on the other side. Alright, so it's going to be an even number. Charlie 28. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Where's my marshaller? He's in the building. Of course he's in the building. He's he's inside. He's like, I'm not getting outside. That's funny. All right. Parking brake. Engines. You parked. Whatever. All right. GSX. Request deboarding.
Requested.
JetBlue 893, fly runway heading.
All right, we can disconnect from there. Fasten seatbelts. Come to the off position. Let's see here. Aircraft.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Oh, is it a bus? Apparently it doesn't think it has a jetway. Cool. And AC. Turn off that. And that should get us that. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. I enjoyed flying the CRJ. It was nice. I'm sure I'll be flying it again. And I'll be flying, of course, a bunch of other stuff as we go on as well. All right. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this stream. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with me. And I'll be back live again, probably this weekend. Maybe in July 4th. Might do a thing there. But we'll just have to see. But anyway, thank you again for watching. And I'll see you all next time up in the sky.